All right, hi everybody. I'm so excited to welcome with us Jamie Frazier, pastor at Lighthouse Church and executive director of Lighthouse Foundation. He is here with us because we are asking all root and branchers this weekend to participate in Lighthouse Foundation as they celebrate, number one, their 1 year anniversary of their founding, which is amazing, and also number two, Black Queer Pride Weekend, where they'll have 3 days of events. And in particular, I want to emphasize that we ask root and branchers to go attend their Sunday service. But Jamie will tell us a little bit more about these events if you want to do that now.
Yeah, thanks, Tim. I'm so grateful to Root and Branch. You were one of the first folks that agreed to join the work of Lighthouse Foundation, and I'm hopeful you'll join us for all of Black Queer Pride weekend. We're going to get started tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Lighthouse Foundation's Facebook fan page. If you want to financially support Black Queer Pride, help pay for technology costs, and also support Black queer performers who are submitting pieces, you can hit up our GoFundMe campaign. And lastly, we're going to have a phenomenal worship experience on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. We're going to talk about God's unique relationship with Black queer folk and how everyone can learn something from it and also get some hope through it. So I really look forward to seeing Root and Branchers. So grateful for your membership in Lighthouse Foundation. And I think we're going to have a phenomenal weekend together.
So Lighthouse Foundation has chosen to make this an all online event through Facebook Live. Can you speak a little bit about why you made that decision?
Yes. Black people in particular, as we know, face a disparately high likelihood of dying from COVID because of underlying health conditions, also because we're disproportionately more likely to be a frontline worker. And so for all of those reasons, we are encouraging folks to stay at home over the July 4th weekend. We caught wind that Black queer party promoters were sponsoring Black Queer Pride events. And we decided to throw a 3-day virtual program to ensure that folks could stay at home. And let me say, having a home is a privilege that not all people have. Also, some people can't stay at home because they are frontline workers. But we don't need to party during a pandemic, particularly when we're at such high risk for this disease. So we're encouraging folks, stay home, enjoy quality entertainment, and make some new friends in the Facebook fan page thread of the event.
Awesome. That makes a lot of sense. And I think that's really admirable way you responding to this moment and providing things for people who, again, are at high risk. And yeah, it's just kind of crazy how a lot of people are acting like this stuff's not going on anymore, but it's part of the work we do for justice to actually take this seriously, and especially for those who are disproportionately being affected by it. So I really appreciate what Lighthouse Foundation is doing for that.
And what I love about this event, Tim, is we are centering the voices of Black trans women. We are centering the voices of Black queer women. There's going to be poetry. There are going to be vocal performances. There are going to be sessions on home ownership and property acquisition from a Black queer landlord. I mean, there is going to be programming for everyone. So this is a really good opportunity for you to learn more about the Black queer experience and also learn how you can partner more deeply with Lighthouse Foundation in our work.
So one of the things I'm super thankful for is that our friendship between you and me, Jamie, was one of the key reasons that Root and Branch was able to get involved and be one of the founding members of Lighthouse Foundation. Can you speak a little bit about the relationship between our church and the work that you're doing?
You know, you and Root and Branch believed in Lighthouse Foundation when really just about no one else did. Root and Branch was one of the first faith communities to send Lighthouse Foundation money. I mean, y'all sent us $1,000 to help get this organization off the ground and take us to the next level. Also, Tim, the conversations you and I have shared have been instrumental in helping us get the mutual aid fund off of the ground. I remember having that conversation with you and you giving me some advice and counsel. Every step of the way, you and Root and Branch have been there, and we are so appreciative that y'all were the first folks to write a check. We really appreciate it.
We're glad to do it, and we hope that this relationship can continue and flourish.
Yeah, and also I want to highlight the fact that you and Root and Branch came and worshiped with us. I mean, you canceled your service and came and worshiped with us. When I think about what it takes to be accomplices to Black queer folk in the struggle for justice, it's that. You know, it's inconveniencing yourself to show up for other folk. And the kind of commitment that Root and Branch has shown us has been extraordinary.
So again, we're so thrilled that Lighthouse Foundation has had its first birthday now, and this last year has been pretty crazy. We're so excited about a lot of the work you've been doing. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the highlights over the last year?
Yeah, so we were successful in our first official campaign. We got the white supremacist Officer Thomas Walsh removed from the Center on Halstead. Secondly, we got Officer Walsh removed from the North Halstead Business Alliance. So the NBA is the umbrella organization for Boys Town businesses and non-for-profits, and they have terminated their relationship with Walsh, which means that his company will no longer provide security at Pride Fest, at the Pride Parade, and also during summer evenings throughout Boys Town. We have raised so far $15,000 in mutual aid funds for Black queer people across Chicagoland to help with things like mental health care, with groceries, and with bills. Initially, our goal was to provide folks with a max of $100, but because of people's generosity, we've been able to offer Black queer folks a max of $250. We have done numerous virtual events. We've done some anti-racism trainings for white accomplices, and for Black queer folk, we've had a host of virtual events, much like Black Queer Pride.
Awesome. And shout out to all the Root and Branchers who helped contribute to that mutual aid fund. We did raise, I want to say over $500 for that a couple of weeks ago. So it's great that's being put to good use. Last question for you. What is one event in the 3 days of Black Queer Pride that you're doing that you feel like is a can't miss, like people should definitely tune in for it?
Yeah, I would say our launch at 7 p.m. We're going to get started at 7, and folks will get to hear a brief overview of Lighthouse Foundation. They'll get to hear about some of the talent that we have lined up. And it's really important for folks to be signed on at the beginning, to share the broadcast, because that's what's going to ensure that we have an exponential reach.
Awesome. All right, Jamie, thanks so much for joining with us. And again, I hope that all the Root and Branchers can check out some of the events this weekend and continue to support Lighthouse Foundation and the work that you're doing.
Thank you, Tim. And I look forward to seeing all of the Root and Branchers.
Take care, man.